midwives. But again, the women came and said, no. In fact, we like men because they're very gentle when they are handling us. Women are very rough. So we don't want to change that policy. We need men. So, so this is the kind of debate which is raging up now in this country. We don't know what will happen now that he has joined our alliance. We must brace for a very serious battle. So let me introduce officially our new candidate, Mr. Tonga, who has now joined the Ulubuto, the Chengelo, the light. So welcome to the alliance, and it's good to have you sell that policy to us so that we either adopt it. But mind you, we have the vice president who is the lady. She will guide us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we cruise through our program. I will now invite officially our new member, President Roosevelt Tonga, to now address the gathering. Tonga, Mr. President. Let me make a correction. It's not Tonga, it's President Roosevelt Tonga.
Protocols observed, Mr. President. Honorable. Loud.
Voice up, Mr. President.
Greetings, everybody. As already indicated, that I've come on board to join the winning team. Umwana wamufunda pakuya. My main concern is our president, Brian Mundubile, as well as the vice president, Makebi Zulu. We are not trying, we are the next government. And get set, get ready to serve your people and be different from everybody else. From what I've heard, listened, whenever you speak before the people, it's been very unique. In our journey since 4th June 2014, when my party was registered, we have never been in any alliance. I think the history tells it all. But then today is a different day. Today is a different journey. And I must assure you that you have a machine next to you. Those who have been here before, they must not feel threatened. Don't feel displaced. I'm not here to destabilize anything. We are here to build a very strong team to ensure the people of Zambia are liberated. And BM, I'm very glad because your coming approach has been very unique, and I'm very happy for that matter. To the people of Zambia, the emphasis is very simple. We must remain united. I'll be very particular to say that we cannot have another 5 years under Hakainde S. Hichilema. Then we're not thinking. Then we are wrong people. I'm sure you're all aware that in 2021, I was one of the presidential candidates. So am I even in this year. Obviously, we suffered Hichilema's mingalato. But then tafikosa kubiriyo. You're aware that we were supposed to find our nominations on this Tuesday,
19th of May. We had the serious unexplained challenges in Mchinga as well as Mansa. Not that people are not there, but they are there. So we did ask ECZ that they can give us space to Thursday. They refused. And I said, no, we are not going to waste our time. The best is to work with the winning team. And I'm here. President Mundubile, all sits on his shoulders, to be honest with you people. As Inclusivity of Tonga, I will myself have never been in this kind of setup. But I know that now you have a tool, an instrument that you can use for the great good of the Republic of Zambia. Please, embrace me.
You're welcome. Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Embrace me because I know what I'm talking about. I'm worth that sort to ensure that Zambia gets what she deserves. We have suffered all this journey with politicians that can say something, they do the opposite. And my emphasis continues that the people of Zambia must stand very firm to ensure that Hakainde Hichilema goes. And there shall be no Hakainde S. Hichilema beyond August 13, 2026. Again, we have other presidential candidates. I'm more than ready, myself, available to follow them as individuals, wherever they are. Not just by talking, because you remember 2021, I had come up with the Tonse Alliance. So I'm ready to follow them as individuals, call them, can you come? Let's be together with BM. Not Pakanofeyo, Kuba Konkera, because I know them, all of them. We must make sure this thing gets in there, we form government. I mean, leaving Hichilema to continue, then what are we doing? They've literally moved away from the laws of the land. They're doing whatever they want to do. We all know that. So I'm here with a very pure mind, pure heart, to ensure that the people of Zambia are liberated. Once again, I remain so grateful and highly indebted to everybody here. BM, I'm all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So once again, thank you so much, President Tonga. If it was in Parliament, we would have said, yeah. I know Bakafuaya is itching to say, question! Anyways, former MP. Mr. President, President Mundubile, you know, I keep stressing to the people of Zambia that the next election of August is not an ordinary election. This is our second independence struggle. And clearly, colleagues here, you can see that slowly Zambians are getting resolved to join together. What happened in 1964 is what is beginning to happen right now. So we are very grateful, President Tonga, for joining the fort. I was watching through social media, President Mundubile, and I remember they saying that the chickens have come home to roost. You have seen how they are hacking each other. They are hacking each other like no man's business. And the Zambian people now have realized what we used to tell them, that they are criminals. So they can buy if they're fine. You know, at this point in time, I would now want to invite Secretary General to call upon our President to officially welcome President Tonga.
Thank you so much. And welcome home, President Tonga. Thank you. Without wasting much of our time, ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to call upon the presidential candidates for the Tonse Alliance for 2026, and indeed the Tonse Alliance president, to officially welcome President Tonga to this big alliance. Mr. President, I call upon you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will start by recognizing the presence of the first Vice President, State Council, Chifumu Banda. I recognize the second Vice President, Madam Exilda Mwenya. I recognize the President Sebastian Kopulande. I recognize President Peter Sinkamba, President Nason Musoni. May I refer to the protocol that was earlier established in recognizing all council of leaders and our partners present here this morning. I should also be quick to mention that the Vice President and running mate, Honorable Makebi Zulu, he is supposed to be joining us anytime soon. He had the doctor's appointment that coincided with the time that this program was starting. So, in welcoming our newest member, President Roosevelt Tonga, a person that I've personally worked with when we're in the ruling party and they were in opposition. We met several times to address matters of national concern. He's a person that I've known to be a patriot, a person that is concerned with the happenings in this republic. President Roosevelt Tonga is not one person who keeps quiet in the face of injustice. He always stands up against all odds. He's a fearless leader. We are therefore very happy as Tonse to receive you in this family. President Tonga must be quick to mention that here the moment you're welcomed, like we've welcomed you, you enjoy the same privileges as the oldest member. There is no new member, there is no old member. So please feel at home. We welcome you and we immediately get on the ground together to ensure that we bring about the unity that the Zambian people have been calling for. In your address, you actually requested the President to direct that you go out and meet other leaders. I want to take this opportunity, President Tonga, to approve that particular initiative and ask you to immediately begin to reach out to other leaders, as it were. So this is indeed pleasing to the Zambian people. They've been calling for unity, and at Tonse, we have just done that. We continue to do that. We've said this time and again. We said even those that have paid, it's possible to unite even after people had paid their nomination fees. We said it's even possible to unite after people filed in their nominations. So we continue to call upon the opposition to come together. We want to create a united front. We want to create a critical mass that should be able to face the UPND in the August elections. Just a few days ago, President Kopulande, President of the People's Party, who was among the aspiring candidates, actually made a statement to say he was withdrawing from the race and putting his weight behind the Tonse Pamozi Presidential Alliance. President Kopulande, that is what leadership is about. There can only be one leader at any given time. You have shown magnanimity in giving up your presidential ambition and coming behind to add the weight to what we are doing. President Kopulande, we value you as a leader, and we thank you for your magnanimous effort in withdrawing from this presidential race. Countrymen and women, as Tonse, in the Tonse Alliance, we have made a number of undertakings. And major among those, we have undertaken to unite this country. We have undertaken to restore democracy. The unity of this country starts now. We are dealing with a country that is so divided. Zambia is divided. So unity is an emergency. That is the reason why, as Tonse, we're prioritizing unity. We want to unite this country across regions, across tribes. We are reaching out to our brothers and sisters in other provinces. We want to see the voting pattern to change this time around. Many people have expressed concern. When you go back in history and you look at the voting pattern, it's indeed very saddening. It's not possible. It's not possible that our brothers and sisters in other regions cannot find a credible candidate who is in their midst but comes from another region. There must be something more. That is evidence of something more. The question that we must ask our leaders in government today, what message do they preach to their supporters in the dark? What message do they preach at household level? But today, we are happy that many Zambians in other parts of the country, which were traditionally our non-strongholds, are coming out to call for unity. A little while ago, I was watching a video that President Kopulande had from one of our brothers from Southern Province, who was speaking against regionalism. He was speaking against division and encouraging unity. He happened to be one of the supporters that came with the other 1,000 supporters to support the candidature of the president under Tonse. That is the spirit. That is the spirit. We want to hear more voices from Southern Province speaking about unity. More voices from Western Province speaking about unity. More voices from Northwestern Province talking about unity. More voices from Northern Province talking about unity. More voices from Eastern Province, from Luapula Province, and all other provinces. That's the only time that the voters will rise to the occasion and be able to give a vote even to a person that may not be coming from that particular region. So the issue of unity is urgent, and we want to take it upon our shoulders to ensure that this country unites now. It also continues to unite beyond the elections. The second point is restoration. We want to restore democracy in this country. For a number of years now, Zambians were meant to believe that UPND was a party of angels, and that only other political parties had violent cadres. We had always argued. I personally have been involved in a number of by-elections after 2021. And in all those elections, it is the UPND cadres that would introduce violence. They are very good at concealing their misdeeds and quickly pass them on to others. And because they're in power, they would even quickly arrest some people from other political parties while saving their own. But as things are, God has exposed them. Look at the level, look at the degree of violence in Southern Province in the UPND strongholds, amongst the UPND members. Look at the violence in Western Province amongst the UPND members. Violence in Northern Province amongst the UPND members. Violence in Luapula Province amongst the UPND members. They are literally hacking themselves. Gary Nkombo was attacked the other day. This is a serving member of parliament, a leader who fought for the UPND and President Hakainde Hichilema to get into government. But today he's been turned into the enemy of the party. We expect the UPND to conduct their nominations and the internal affairs peacefully. We can't have a government in power display the level of violence that we are seeing within the UPND. We call for peace. We call for peace because we are a peace-loving alliance. The Tonse PF Pamozi Alliance is a peace-loving alliance. We are now extending into the UPND, and calling our brothers and sisters within the UPND to maintain peace as they conduct their activities. I'll be very quick to call upon my dear brother, President Hakainde Hichilema. Can you please preach peace in your party? President Hakainde Hichilema, you are the current president of this republic, and you want to contest as president in the August elections. Can you lead by example by calling upon your members to conduct the activities peacefully? Our brothers in UPND who are being hacked, who are being harassed, are Zambians, and they are our dear brothers. We only differ in political ideologies. They are not our enemies. No. We can't stand here and celebrate the hacking of those brothers. No. The beating of Gary Nkombo. No. He is a Zambian. Yes. All those other members of the UPND are our brothers and sisters. Yes. We therefore stand with them. Yes. They must be protected because they are Zambians. Yes. So please, President Hakainde Hichilema, your members are my brothers. Your members are State Council Chifumu Banda's brothers. They are Kopulande's brothers. They are Peter Sinkamba's brothers. So we have an interest in your members because they are Zambians and they are our brothers. We will not sit back. We only differ in political ideology, but we remain brothers. So we have an interest because they are Zambians. So I want to call you, Mr. President, as you file your nominations, in your statement, as you address your members, can you call for peace and deal decisively with the people that are busy hacking others? We have our brothers and sisters who are in jail today for petty crimes because they fought. What about those that are hacking each other? Why aren't they being arrested? President Hakainde Hichilema. President Hakainde Hichilema, can you please instruct the Inspector General, as you always do, because he can't move on his own, instruct him to arrest those cadres. Zambians are waiting to see what you are going to do to those cadres that are busy, causing violence in those areas. So countrymen and women, we stand firm on the restoration of democracy. We stand firm on the restoration of unity. Only then can this country go forward. So as we continue to receive our brothers, we want to say thank you. And it may be a day or two, we may be back here to receive some more brothers that will come to the alliance. As I was doing my recognitions, I did not realize that we have some of our brothers and sisters, people that are differently abled, that are in our midst. My brothers and sisters, you are more than welcome. Yes, so our brothers and sisters are members are members who are differently abled. In Tonse, our principle of Nakulumutinta Nemisepela Pamakasa is what anchors this alliance. This alliance looks out for the most vulnerable member of any society. We don't believe that because you're differently abled, you cannot do what I'm able to do. Because you are differently abled, we know you will contribute greatly to the growth of Tonse and indeed to the development of this country. We give you equal opportunities. We will give you equal opportunities in Tonse, starting from leadership. We will appoint you into top leadership positions so that you're able to contribute at that level. We wish to welcome you most sincerely, and we want you to feel at home, because in Tonse, the hallmark of Tonse is that everybody must feel at home. So, countrymen and women, I'll end there. Otherwise, once again, President Roosevelt Tonga, welcome. Let's continue pushing the agenda. The Zambians are expectant.
Wonderful.
The youths out there are expectant. The levels of unemployment are very high. The Zambians are waiting for us to provide direction, to bring about industrialization that will absorb our youths. Our youths are being shot at, killed at gold mines. merely because they're trying to find a living. Let's put our efforts together. Instead of pointing barrows at them, we point barrows at the people that are attacking them. They need protection. Our old women in villages, they need health care. They need health facilities closest to them. Because Nakulumutinta cannot walk a long distance. Tetende nemisepela. They need schools nearby. Let's ensure that we sit down with our investors for a win-win situation. The investor gets his profit, the Zambians also get enough for us to spend on social amenities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, when you were speaking, our young brothers from the gold mines have just sent me a message. They are called Alana Gold. They are the architects of the slogan "New." So they are saying Mukokole Posana on the emphasis that we need to recognize these young brothers who are mining the gold mines because they've been treated like they are second-class citizens. As you were speaking, Mr. President, you need to know that social media has been awash of pictures depicting the gentleman who attacked Honorable Gary Nkombo, and unfortunately they are linking him to a state house, which is why it would only be prudent that we ask the president to officially make a statement to refute these claims. Because you can imagine somebody who is walking around with guns and knives and is reportedly working at State House. It takes me back to memory then, Mr. President, when our brother who has gone in exile made a revelation that when he was abducted, it was actually officials from State House. So these are things that the president must actually put on record. If he has to refuse that this person is not at State House, he must do so. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to ask our first vice president to close the meeting with the last words for this gathering. You know, President Chifumu Kingdom Banda. He is popularly known as Pebula.
I will ride on the protocols that have already been established, and bearing in mind that the president has already spoken, I will therefore be very brief in my contribution. President Roosevelt Tonga, you are most welcome to this alliance. This is an alliance that has its doors wide open. Since the doors are wide open, we are ready to welcome all people who want to work with this alliance. Because this alliance has one noble objective, the objective to liberate our country. Now, in order for us to achieve this objective, we need unity of purpose. We need unity in our general membership. Without unity, we'll be lost sheep. Unity aside, we need love for one another. Because without love, nothing meaningful can be achieved. Yes, love, acknowledged. But above all, we need discipline. If among the rank and file of our alliance, there is no discipline, then we are lost. Therefore, my appeal is as we go out to campaign, let's campaign with love. Let's have discipline. Let's not be disciples of name calling. No, no, no. We have a manifesto to guide us as we go out campaigning. Let's preach the love for everybody, but at the same time, tell the people what the alliance stands for. If we do otherwise, then we'll be subtracting from the noble cause that we have set for ourselves. The finishing line is on 13th August. So we are all marching towards 13th August. As we march towards the 13th August, I'm appealing to every committed member of the Alliance, as well as those that are hesitating to be with us, to ensure that they look after their voters' cards and their national registration cards, because these are the two weapons that will help us in winning the battle. Therefore, let's remain focused. The finishing line is very near. Since the president has already spoken, it is undiplomatic for me to talk a lot. You know, politicians talk as if butter can't melt in their mouths. But having warned myself, may I end by welcoming President Tonga to the Alliance. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we can have 10 minutes in the board before we disperse.
Oh, yes.
Ako plan de kapsa ne kwa.